The much anticipated rom-com Asian Persuasion will hit cinemas soon. Its star-studded cast includes our very own Dante Basco, Casey Concepcion, Rachel Alejandro, and Tony Labrusca. The film follows the story of a chef named Mickey who sets up a fake dating profile for his ex-wife to avoid his alimony obligations by getting her to remarry. Now, to spill the beans more about this film, of course, we have no less than its director, Tony Award-winning, Grammy Award-winning, everything, you name it, he's done it. Jhett Tolentino, welcome back on the show.
Good morning, Christine. It's good to be back.
Okay, well, it's nice to have you. I mean, this is your feature directorial debut. Okay, we already did the short, been there, done that, and then what drove you to do, let's do a feature film, why not?
Yeah, when I read the script in March 2021, I already thought about my 10th year anniversary in commercial producing the following year. I was like, okay, what else can I do? What else can I evolve myself into? And I thought, okay, let's try this. And as they say, another feather in my cap.
That's right.
Yeah,
but this is quite different because she didn't even go to film school. I mean, of course, you've been exposed to it, with how many years of being in the industry. Yeah. I mean, okay, what did you have to do to prepare?
Oh, yes. Well, I always think of some filmmakers who have not gone to film school either. And I was like, okay, so I'm not the first to do so. Like Quentin Tarantino did not go to film school. And of course, I'm shy about asking that, so I did online research. I had to learn so much, get into each characters. We have 28 principal cast that I have to, it's a lot of work. But again, once you're done with it, it's empowering.
Okay.
It's empowering.
So you kind of had to learn directing based on the script and what you had.
Well, I'm used to reading scripts,
yes.
Right? So it's been 10 years since I've been doing that. And what I do is I usually cast. I put notes while I'm reading scripts. And then I get to the writer, whoever wrote that, and then I discuss with that person and see if they're collaborative. Yeah. And then that would be a go.
Well, you mentioned something about the writer. This is also the first time. first time for Michael Ang to actually write a script.
Exactly. Mike is a civil engineer. He actually has a kick-ass job. He's been a consultant with Mitsubishi in Japan. Yes. They build these train stations all over the airports in the United States. And I was just editing. He has a studio in Brooklyn. It was like, Jhett, I wrote a script. I said, Mike, I'm busy. Yeah, but he said, we're friends, right? So he used that friend card. Yeah. And I knew what that meant. And I was like, okay, all right, send it to me.
So he wrote the script and you said, okay, let me direct this. Okay, and then once I was there, tell me a little bit about the story of Asian Persuasion. How you persuaded.
Yeah. Well, he did an elevator pitch to me first. Because he said, Mike, I'm busy. Tell me what is it? What is it about? And he spelled this pitch and it was like, and I said, Mike, there's a movie like that on Netflix, so just watch. Yes. I told the title and he was like, oh man, you just crushed me. It's my first pitch ever. Yeah. I said, I gotta give it to you. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And that's when he used. So while I was reading the script, and I said, we're still in the pandemic. Yeah. It'll be actually easier if I direct this, cutting that sort of saving time and resource, because I already know what to do with it. And he agreed. Okay. And that's where we got made.
So Casey Concepcion is actually, you persuaded. Once again, you persuaded a great cast here. Casey Concepcion is actually coming back to film after being on a hiatus for I don't know how many, 7 years or so. Actually, it was supposed to be for Tony, but of course Tony is quite busy. Then lucky for you, you're able to get Casey. Yeah. What was that like working with her again? I mean,
Casey, I always say you gotta listen to what the universe is presenting to you or telling you. And I didn't take it to heart when there was a schedule conflict with Tony. Yeah. And I called Sharon. I said, where's your daughter?
So you really sought her out right away?
I did. And I knew of Casey, of course.
Yeah.
I did not know her personally, so we just Zoomed. I sent her the script, and she fell in love with it. And I knew this also, that her last film was 10 years ago, in 2013. And I also knew that she's been trying to make it to Hollywood on her own. So again, all these things just lined up, and it's her.
Well, a lot to look forward to, you know, for Casey, for yourself, and of course the entire cast for Asian Persuasion. But what else? Okay, so we know that it will make its world premiere September
16 and 17.
That will be in Soho. Manila, it will be on November 29. And not only Manila, but may Cebu, diba? May Iloilo as well. So once we get that out of the way, what else are you preparing for? Are you cooking up anything new?
Yeah, I'll jump right on to my next film. I've already announced it. So hopefully that'll be either in Hawaii and Guam. And that would be Maricel Soriano.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's done. I mean, you kind of have
it's ready. I'm producing with Rosario Dawson.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so because my advocacy right now is, you know, give or to be a conduit to our actors for them to be able to do a SAG-AFTRA film in the United States and be immersed to the experience of what Hollywood is like.
You are definitely the guy for it. You are our point person, Jhett. You're the one that can get this done. Thank you so much for being with us and for sharing this wonderful news with us here on New Day. And we look forward not only to this Asian Persuasion, but of course to the upcoming film that you have for us. Thank you so much for being with us.